Savannah's wake-up call, why every family needs an emergency fund. Savannah was a devoted school teacher, one of those people who poured everything she had into her students, her family, and her work. She and her husband Joshua made a good team. Their combined incomes covered the basics: mortgage, groceries, daycare, and the occasional night out. Like many working-class families, they weren't living extravagantly, but they managed. What they didn't have, however, was an emergency fund. And for years they told themselves it was fine. We're responsible, we don't spend recklessly, we'll be okay if something happens. That was the story they believed, until it wasn't. One rainy morning, everything changed. Savannah's husband, Joshua, was seriously injured in a car accident, the kind that turns your world upside down in an instant. Joshua survived, but his injuries were severe, and he wouldn't be able to return to work for months. The medical bills came quickly. So did the realization that their insurance coverage wasn't nearly enough. Suddenly, their two-income household became a one-income household, barely. And Savannah had to make a decision: keep teaching or stay home to care for her husband. She chose her family. But that choice came with a cost. With no emergency savings to fall back on, Savannah turned to credit cards. At first it felt manageable: groceries here, a hospital copay there. But 20% interest doesn't wait for recovery. As the months dragged on, her debt ballooned. Bills went unpaid. The mortgage crept behind. She felt like she was drowning, and the stress began to show, physically, emotionally, and mentally. The toll didn't just hit her finances, it hit her health, her marriage, and her peace of mind. Savannah and her husband weren't irresponsible. They weren't careless. They just never thought they would be the ones facing financial crisis. But life doesn't give warnings. Emergencies don't show up on calendars. If they had saved even $100 a month over the past 3 years, they could have built a $3,600 emergency fund, a safety net to soften the blow, but instead they were forced to make hard decisions while under pressure, and that pressure nearly broke them. What we can learn. Savannah's story isn't just about money. It's about what happens when you don't prepare for life's curveballs. It's about how financial stress can magnify a health crisis, fracture a relationship, and derail your well-being. But it's also a reminder that it's never too late to start. Start with $25 a week. Open a separate savings account just for emergencies. Automate it. Forget about it until you need it. You'll never regret having it, but you might regret not having it, but needing it. Can you relate? Have you experienced a financial emergency without a cushion in place? What steps are you taking today to build a better tomorrow? Let me know in the comments. Your story might be what someone else needs to hear.